let's finish here. Speaking of disappointing days, what a turn of events this match had, because it looked like in the first, I don't know, 10 minutes, guys, where you see Indonesia's rocking and rolling in Australia.
Oh
And
man.
then, man, so many talking points. Let's get into this.
Look, we talked about the manager change. We talked about how risky it was to take a team that was playing well and playing organized and bring in a new manager. And look, Roy, there were times this game where Indonesia looked very good. They attacked well in moments. They did some great things. The goal was gorgeous.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's the little mistakes that they weren't making in the past. 3 of these goals come from corner kicks effectively. 3 corner kick mistakes, right? The first goal is a penalty, but it's a mistake on a corner kick. It's a soft penalty. I don't necessarily agree with it, but hey, it's a corner kick. Then 2 more open headers for Australia. You can't make these kind of mistakes. The second goal is basically a backwards pass to nowhere from Tom Hay, right? So over and over again, that's 4 mistakes that lead to goals. And despite how good they were at moments, despite the fact that they outpossessed Roy by over 60%, this is the problem when you bring in a new manager, that all the sort of little details get lost and you take a decent performance and make it into a shambolic loss.
Yeah, it was truly heartbreaking. And first off, I want to say to the Garuda fans, saya minta maaf. I'm sorry for how this game went, because this, leading up to this, there was so much hope. There was so much excitement. There was so much belief. And to that, I will use Ted Lasso's words. Is there Ted Lasso in Indonesia? Let us know in the comments. I have no idea if you guys have that show. Yeah. But Ted Lasso says, believe. Believe. There's still another match. But this game was a disaster. I attribute it to 3 different things. One, it's too early to say we missed Shin Tae-yong. It was a disaster of a hiring to bring Kluivert. This is a huge mistake. It's just one game right now. But if Indonesia doesn't come out and win the next game, then I think it's time to say that Kluivert hiring was a huge mistake, because this tactical approach, it felt wrong. It felt wrong. The first 10 minutes, it felt right, because it was all Indonesia. It was a relentless attack, got the penalty, missed the penalty. And then it felt like that was a major, major turning point for the team. But this high press style requires defensive stability. It requires a deep understanding of how to play this style and not leave massive holes defensively and not give up the midfield. And Indonesia didn't have that figured out. In the attack, they were exciting and they were doing some things, but it was imbalanced. The defense couldn't keep up. They were completely overrun by Australia. And this isn't an Australia team that's known for their attacking prowess, guys.
That's what I wanted to say. Australia didn't play particularly well. That's the scary thing. You lost 5-1 to an Australian team that didn't play particularly well. I want to go back to the penalty, though, guys. I want to talk about this. And I've always said this, and I don't know how to say this, but you cannot miss that penalty. I mean, it's just, you cannot miss it. I don't know what else to say, right? Like, especially away, you know, you have the opportunity to go up 1-0 in a game like that is so important. And you know,
it would have. Yeah. I feel Indonesia wins the game had they scored that penalty, because the psychological aspect is so powerful in this game. And for a team like Indonesia, who has such intense pressure on their shoulders, these players have such intense pressure. They become celebrities overnight by joining the national team. To miss that penalty, it was just, psychologically speaking, completely a downhill spiral from that moment.
Yeah.
You could feel it. You could feel it.
If you think about
see it in the players.
It's like they lost their heads for 20 minutes, right? And then in that, after the goal, towards the end of the first half, then you're down 3-0 and the game's over, right? And there were uncharacteristic mistakes, right? A mistake from your captain basically passing it backwards into nowhere. So I agree that the mental piece played a huge role. I agree with you, Roy. It's too early to talk about the coaching change, but I guess what I'm talking about is the fact that you made a change, right? It's not that this may not be the right manager. It's that making a change at this stage, when you played this team at home and tied them 0-0, right? You didn't give up a goal. So now you're looking at a situation where you've given up multiple goals against the same team. So I just think the decision to change things now felt strange. And you could see that they hadn't everything figured out, right? There's new players coming in, and the corner kicks is the biggest thing, Roy. Do not give up goals on set pieces. Those are easy moments to defend. You cannot give up that many goals on set pieces.
Yep. And
But
it's
look,
extremely rare, guys. It's extremely rare
It is.
for a team to fire their coach in this proactive manner without a clear reason why. Shin
Yeah.
Tae-yong was doing well with what he had at the time. He was putting together some admirable performances. He seemed to be the right guy that could squeak out qualification here. And it was that's such a drastic
Yeah.
shift to go from that style to Kluivert's style to go to an inexperienced coach. Again, too
Can we
early
talk
to
about
say
the
it
whole-
was a mistake.
Yeah, no, I was gonna
Because
say.
you
I was gonna
said
say.
believe,
Yeah.
and just one thing. The next game is the big one, right? Because
Yeah.
now what's happened is Australia separated, Bahrain lost, right?
Yeah.
And so you have this opportunity between you, China, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain. It's wide open, right? So the
Yeah.
next game is the big one. And
Yeah.
you talked about new players. How do you say his name? Romani, number 10. Oh, this kid is fantastic, man.
Very
What
good.
a goal
Yeah.
he scored.
He's
Scored
good,
the goal.
and don't forget who they get back, right? Mr. Ragnar, your boy, is back. Justin
Mhm.
Hubner, who also didn't play, right, has a
Mhm.
potential to come back. So I think there's a lot of positives coming up for this next game, but it's a must win, guys. It's a must win at this point.
It's a
Yeah.
must win, and
It is a
you
must.
have to believe that Indonesia is capable because they've shown they are. They've shown it countless times that they are capable of the magical performance. It
Yeah.
needs to happen this game. If it doesn't, say goodbye. Because
Yeah, this is it. This is it. So we'll get ready for that. For all you fans enjoying these videos, please subscribe to the channel. Let us know your thoughts in the comments about what's going on, about Japan, about South Korea, and of course about Indonesia. All right, guys. Roy, take it away. We'll end here, and we'll see you guys next time.